I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer.
I'm late. I'm late for a tea party. I'm sorry that my watch had actually broken. The guards were holding me up, and it was the queen of hearts. She was holding me up, and she was trying to force me down a hole. It's not my fault. But what's going on there, buddy? And welcome back to Collectable Past. As we're hanging out with an awesome crew. Of course, we got Vinnie with us.
Hey, did you say Queen of Farts?
That's yeah, that would be nasty. Is that Warlock?
Yeah, probably. We gotta ask Tone. Tone, you out there, Tone?
Tone's out there. Toad's out there in the chat, being a bigot as always, and I appreciate that. We are also joined by Trina. What's up, Trina?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Happy to be here.
It's always a pleasure to have you, and we are joined by Brutal Morningwood. What's up, Brutal?
Hey, did you say force down a hole?
I hope it was clean, because you know they get really dirty after they're slamming clams.
Oh, shit.
That is the new catchphrase for the rest of the year.
Clam slamming is the thing to do. You just got to remember that.
I don't know. Last time I slammed a clam, I got a restraining order.
and all your countertops got sticky. What's going on to everybody in the chat? It's good to see you. Chaos Boy was first in the house. What's up, Chaos Man? Doing well. I hope that you are too. Adam Shawhan also in the house. What's up, super fan? Good to see you. Pop Cyclops. Tree Rock Creations in the house. What's up, man? I hope that you were doing well. Remember, guys, if you ever want to stop in, usually you're in most of the chats where you could grab the link and join us on this silly, terrible. Hold on, we better black pill for a moment. I don't even know why we're here talking about toys. The world's going to shit. But here we are anyway. What's up, Monotony? Monotony in the house. What's up? Don't be a bigot, Don't be a bigot. Hey, we're also joined by Slasher. What's up, Slasher?
What's up?
Hey, Slasher.
No, we're doing well. We just don't know why we're here. Why are we here?
I ask that every day I wake up.
Right?
Yeah.
I have another ritual that I do when I wake up. I'll show you guys on Friday.
Okay.
Trina saw it.
Uh-oh. It's hey,
not that.
Oh, no.
My speech. It's hilarious.
I have a ritual I do every morning, but I can't show you that either.
Let's
keep it clean. Let's keep it clean.
Yeah, I'm not like
those
way. Misery tubers. I don't. Yeah, not to married women. That's crazy. But Tone, I do have a cool one for you today. It's one that you've been wanting to see. So it's going to be your awesome figure.
I like that. It's the selectable, perpetual, collectible past with an intellectual, delectable fentanyl cast. You got Tommy the Guinea. He's joined by Vinnie and Tree.
Hey, baby, you got any of that good stuff? I got an itch.
Damn it. You got the flow going and you couldn't complete it. It happens. Don't worry. They have a pill for that, I'm sure. Yeah. Let's go ahead. We're going to get this pig kicked off. I'm going to start this one off. This is one that I actually talked about a while ago and is kind of leading into Pigween at the Halloween, so it is like semi-horror related. Not exactly. But this one is one of the ones that I passed up on early on because of the price tag on this thing. But when I seen it got reduced and I always wanted one of these when I was a kid, I had to pick this one up. Luckily, the sons of bitches that would have got money for this didn't get hardly anything for it. So I am happy about that. Thank you, clearance item. Here we go. Welcome back as we're hanging out with Rorschach, the superhero pig. Getting ready for Pigween, sitting up in his candy corn bed. Right, Rorschach? So what do we got to show off today? This is one that I mentioned that we were going to be doing eventually, and we are doing it now. By way of Kenner through Hasbro, we have Marvel Legends, and we have the original Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, and his flaming cycle. I really do love this version of the Ghost Rider. This is the one I grew up with. They got a nice little backstory on the back of the box right there. I really do like that, and I would not have gotten this other than I do not have a Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. I want to mention something about the packaging on this. They charged originally, it was over 30 some odd dollars. I got it much cheaper than that because I got it on super clearance discount. But look at all the wasted space in there. They're talking about they do certain things with the packaging now so they don't have plastic bubbles because they say they're saving the environment, yet they waste all this space and all this extra cardboard for nothing just to have a larger box. Really, Hasbro? Way to fail at your virtue signaling. Right out of the package here, we have Johnny Blaze as the Ghost Rider. This one actually looks really nice for such a tiny figure. The figures, you can see he's a pretty static figure. He does have kick up and kick back with the legs, and they do kick back and forward quite a bit. He's got arm movement up here in both of the shoulders, and he actually does have a turn right here at the wrist. I guess that's for grabbing the motorcycle or being able to put his hands straight forward. Does the head turn? Yes, it does. A little bit on the tight side at first, but there it goes. If you set up a light just right behind him, you kind of get that effect like his hair is really on fire. I love when they do the semi-translucent plastics like that because it looks absolutely great on figures like this when you can have a spotlight behind them. Then here we go with the Ghost Rider and his Hellfire Cycle. I would give this one a 7 out of 10. Once again, I think they could have done things with the cycle to make it look like it was more on fire like it did in the comics. Still a pretty cool piece though. I am glad I got it.
Yeah, I had to cut that one a little bit short. Unfortunately, yeah, I only get that 3 minutes, roughly right around the 3-minute mark to be able to put clips up. But yeah, the cycle does have turning handlebars, and the wheels do spin a little bit. And once again, that's why I was showing some of the clips from the pages of the comic, because when the original Ghost Rider would create his cycle, he created with the Hellfire from his hands. Mm-hmm. It wasn't an actual static motorcycle. And that's what they tried to make it look like. So
okay.
That was the one thing I felt was a miss on that. Like, even though that's a pretty static figure with just like the kick up, like the old 3 3/4 Kenner figures, I thought it worked very well. Like this was there from the original comic. Like it looked fantastic. Like all the coloring and everything they did on it was perfect.
He looks like he'd fit in nice with the Secret Wars figures.
Yeah.
Pretty close, but I think the Secret Wars figures were just a little bit bigger because I think the Secret War figures were right around the 4.5-inch mark or so.
They were a little bit smaller than the Superpowers.
Yeah, because this one was a 3 3/4. This was the same size as the old Star Wars line.
That's a nice figure, though.
No, overall, I think the coloring was great on it.
Nice. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, Rorschach was in there, and Rorschach was a good boy for that one. Like, holy shit, Rorschach didn't even soak the bed. one turd, and he had a good time, and yeah, hung out. I think he liked that figure. I think that's what the pigs are telling me. When they don't necessarily like the figure, they make a stinking mess out of the bed.
Yeah, we've all been there
all
before.
over the BattleBot arena, and you've been there before.
We've all been there before.
Had a nickel, let me tell you.
It's supposed to be a flaming bike. Hell, what's up? I'm not creative. What's going on? Decepticons, Cave Comics, and Toys. What's going on? Keely Chow.
It was a gay bike.
What up, Frankie? A gay bike? I sure hope not.
It was
horrible. They would have had to charge more for it, wouldn't they have?
It was parked outside the Blue Oyster.
Uh-oh. It had a funny looking seat.
That's what the spikes in the back are for. Why would the Ghost Rider need a sissy bar anyway? He's a freaking stunt biker. Like, why does he need a sissy bar?
He's also a freaking demon.
Well, again, you said it before. It was flaming, so that's why he's got the sissy bar.
Damn it, Vinnie. You know what, Vinnie? You might as well just go ahead with whatever you're going to go at, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm stuck. I can't transform. Oh, thanks. I think.
Thanks. I think. All right, I'm waiting for this. All right, hold on 1 second, because I had just uploaded. I'm kind of pissed. I had another one I was going to showcase, and it completely crashed right when we started this. Like, it's not even on my YouTube or anything, and it should have been done by that time. So, but I'll show the first one, as this one, the other one I'm doing is uploading again. But yeah, here's the one that Tone loves. He loves the Chun-Li character from Street Fighter. So I said, yeah, let me get this one out there, because this is the Jada Toys.
Real quick there, Vinny.
Yep. Yeah.
He's got that one up in his queue.
Sweet. Hell yeah. I just put it up. I just made it public for everyone. Beautiful, beautiful figure. Jada Toys, again, this is a car company. They make the die-cast cars. Yeah, these things are amazing. Their human figures kick ass. I think they had a Universal Monsters license too.
Yes, they did.
Those look pretty neat. I came close to getting them, but I said I'll just wait for the NECA ones. And yeah, I pretty much have the ones that I want. But on tonight's show, I'll show you some more really cool stuff too regarding that, those Universal ones. But going back to Jada, yeah, I love again what they did with the arcade kind of box that they did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Beautiful design. You know, the size is good too. It's not like, you know, there's so many figures that it's all packaging and the figure's like so small. This is kind of, it all kind of fits. So I'm glad that they did it like this. Pretty damn nice. And again, the colors on here are incredible as well. Very, very accurate to the actual game. All the extra windows you get in there. So that's always pretty cool. How they do that. I wish there was more hands though. Just that one pair that you swap out feels a little bit cheap, because like the SH Figure Arts ones, I don't know. I guess I was spoiled with those because they give you all sorts of different ones in there. But yeah, they do have an alternate head on this one, so that was really cool too. The way that they did the proportions on this is very accurate, I think, to the game. I know some companies, it's either like the legs are too thin or something's just off, but this is pretty accurate because, again, for major fans of the series, she's supposed to have thick thighs. That's what she's known for.
That's how she does that kick.
Yeah, she does those crazy kicks, including like that upside down kind of propeller spin one. Yeah, but it's awesome. Great franchise. But yeah, I think it's very, very clean how they did this. The paint job is pretty immaculate. There's texture all over, like the blue of her clothes. Normally, they make it very smooth on other figures, but I like that the texture is there. It's subtle, but it works. She has her kind of screaming rage time of the month face.
X or X face.
She's like, oh my. But yeah, it's good stuff.
What would that be? Her OnlyFans face?
Well, it's a little angry. So I mean, aren't they usually a little happier than that?
Well, it depends on how much money they got. I heard that one bitch about she only got $5 and threw a fit.
Which bitch is this? What? Oh my god! I heard from a friend that says, yeah, they're all kind of there. That's another conversation for another day. There's the effect that she comes with, so she could do that kind of the side to side kick, which is really cool. Although they screwed up, the peg was way too big, and the hole they didn't make it big enough, so it's very tiny. So unless that stand was made black, they were off. So, anyway.
So Chun-Li has a tiny hole. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and but it's okay. Her balance is really good. So if you wanted to put that effect on her foot, I mean, you're usually going to have her fighting another character anyway. So
I want to get back to this tight aspect. Are we talking about like bouncing quarters off it? Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, if you could bounce quarters off of it, you got a good one there. If it hits a ripple and then just falls on the floor, then you got a problem. But again, that's another conversation for another day. Awesome articulation,
like a slot machine.
Awesome articulation on this one. The diaphragm cut is incredible. She's got a ball joint that's there, and then on the bottom part as well. The splits are fantastic on this, and I like how they did the articulation in the legs. I'll do a comparison with the SH Figure Arts one. and she has a really strange joint on the inside of the thighs. But she could go a full split. This one, it's slightly limited. It's not a perfect split, but it's pretty damn close to it. You might be able to push it further. But the way that they did it, it looks more natural. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes they kind of do. The pin over here, if you guys get this figure, watch out, because it's only the one point that goes in there. Most of their figures, it's like a full circle that's connected to the rest of the foot. This one is just the one pin. So the back ankle part, it kind of floats in there. So if you're going to move that one, be very, very mindful. You might want to heat up the joint too so it doesn't snap.
No, I had something very similar. One of the figures that I'm going to be showing off later.
Okay.
It was a single pin hinge in the bottom of the foot, and if you turn it too much, it pops out.
Ah, yeah. See, yeah, it's kind of crazy when they do that. But yeah, this is the Ryu from the SH Figure Arts. I don't have the Jada one. But again, I love this Ryu figure. Some people have their gripes. Others think like the scale was too small, and they like the Storm Collectibles version, which are like they're closer to like 8 inches or something. But I think this is good, and the scale is perfect for these two figures. So if you missed out on that Chun-Li, and again, these figures are more expensive, the Japanese imports, rather than the Jada ones. Jada is about $25, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I think the license disappeared from these guys, so that's why I think Jada, they tackled that scale. And again, it's they fit though. The style is there. It's very, very good. But again, articulation is always way better on the SH Figure Arts toys. There's something about them. You get more natural poses out of them. I'll say that. But I'm not knocking that new one. So here's the Chun-Li from that other series with Ryu. And I'd say aesthetically, the new one, the Jada one, is closer, I think, to the game. But the SH Figure Arts one, the posability is insane on this thing. Because you see, like, the joints in her shoulders, like, the way that they engineered it, she could cross her arms from up high, which is amazing. And you could kind of push the shoulders in. So right now, one of them's kind of popped out a little bit, and the other one's more inward. But, yeah, you could hide those joints, too. So depending how you want to pose the figure, it's very, very impressive. I do have a full review of her up. I put her up a couple of years ago. But I wanted to show a comparison of these two. And yes, you could put the effect on the SH Figure Arts one, and it's still amazing. So no gripes there. Even though she has an ugly joint, how they did the legs on the inside, you can't see it because of the way that the skirt is. So that's pretty good. But yeah, there's pros and cons to both of those figures. But if you want something that's more affordable, and again, the look is there, articulation's amazing, I highly recommend this Jada version. And I believe she already sold out too in Big Bad Toy Store. So yeah, keep an eye out if you guys are like in Target. I know he's got some good Targets that sometimes they carry these. Mine never carried any of these Street Fighters for some stupid reason.
Well, if I wind up seeing, I'm going to do a short video on it showing them off, because our stores, like at first you couldn't find Ryu or Fei Long hardly ever. And when I got you the one that won, I didn't see him again for probably like 2 or 3 months, whatever the hell it's been. Yeah. And then all of a sudden now suddenly they're back in stock, and they got a whole bunch of them. So I imagine it's probably going to be the same thing with this figure. If I'm going to see it, I'm probably going to see 1 or 2, and then I'm probably going to see a stack of them. And then, of course, they're going to disappear, and I'm never going to see them again.
Yeah, most likely. It's crazy. There's something, too, I saw in the stores about a week and a half ago. And I'm like, these are kind of cool, but I'm not really getting them. They were the animated Batman series from McFarlane. It was like a Build-A-Wave figure as well. And they had the whole set there. The next time I went, there wasn't even a spot for them anymore. It wasn't with your typical McFarlane figures. It was like almost like near a clearance section where like some of the NECA stuff is. Not the main NECA display, but like the secondary display. It made no sense why they were there, and I didn't see them ever again. So I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Who was the Build-A-Figure for the Batman series?
The Condiment King, which is retarded.
What?
Yeah. Why him of all characters? And he towered over Batman. Like he's a huge figure.
Like Clayface or someone like that.
You would think, right? Oh my god, yeah, it was retarded. It was Batman, Robin, Scarecrow, and Mr. Freeze. And I think Mr. Freeze should have been taller. But they did look pretty good because they're not in your typical McFarlane scale. They went a little bit smaller with them. There was like a box set maybe 2 years ago that was released that had Batman, Robin, Joker, Bullock, Harley and the Joker. I think Commissioner Gordon as well. It was all in one box set together for like $100. It was that scale. It might have even been that same figure. They just kind of repainted them, but they were maybe 5.5, 6 inches instead of like the 7-inch scale. So, but they look pretty cool. So there you go.
Awesome.
There was Chun-Li, Tone, Big Tone. I hope you like that one. I know he's been waiting to see the review. So.
And what's going on, Stig? I see Stig in the chat. He's talking about inserting quarters into the slut machine. Always good to see Stig hanging out there. Right. I see there was discussion about coins. The reason we don't do 20-cent pieces because we have a 10-cent piece. There's no need for a 20-cent piece.
Yeah.
So. Mm-hmm. And I know they were using $half every once in a while, like a centennial celebration. They re-release the 50-cent pieces, but yeah, it's typically not something you see in circulation. Not hardly ever. I mean, it's just like the dollar coins. You hardly ever see them in circulation either.
Yeah.
But and before I go, does anybody else want to show something? Trina?
Well, how much more do you have to show?
I have a whole bunch of stuff, but this isn't just about me. Come on now, you're up here too.
Well, okay, all right. Well, I just have my my Sam figure, so I'll pull that up. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to see that one yet.
I have a couple of issues with it. Let me see.
No worries, Time Prophet. No, just glad that you get to hang out with us.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you want me to just let this play?
You can let it play and talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's the box. I'll get past this. The box is cool though because it's textured. It has like this kind of like low level crosshatch texture to the box, which I thought was cool. And yeah, so he's cool. He looks cool. And I like the accessories it comes with. And is that freezing up and blacking out for you guys too?
Yeah, we're seeing it
a little. Where I see him right now.
That's weird.
Yeah, I see him now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so there's not really much to him. I mean, you guys saw the movie. He's just like a little kid in footed pajamas. I don't know what my internet is doing.
You have my internet right now, apparently.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. What the heck?
I'm infecting everybody on panel.
I think your internet is on the verge of causing another war.
Oh my god. Yep. It's going to be because of this toy video, too.
I knew it. Well, that's Sam. He wanted to cause more chaos because Halloween's coming up. He's a really cool-looking figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look cool, and he comes with cool accessories, and yeah, like I'm showing here, he has good range of motion in his arms, and he's got double jointed elbows, which I was surprised about.
Yeah, for a small figure. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a bit limited in the legs, though, right?
This internet is cutting out big time.
That's not too bad, though.
Yeah. So his knees are. What the heck is going on?
I don't know. I didn't know if that was you cutting out too because you paused. I don't know if you're just pausing because of the spin.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps happening.
Yeah,
No, don't pay no attention.
Yeah,
just talk right over it.
No worries.
Okay.
So what
well,
about them knees?
okay, so what's that?
What about the knees?
Yeah, so as I was bending the knees, they felt really stiff. You know, like I had a really hard time with them, but everything else was you know, articulating pretty good. And yeah, so overall the figure is built well. I don't know about the color though. What do you think about it? Do you think he should be a little more orange?
I thought it should have been a little bit deeper of an orange, but
yeah, a little darker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
I happen to look pretty good in Asylum orange.
I thought it was county jumpsuit orange.
Ain't orange? I wear that color well.
So yeah, so these are cool. These are cool accessories. And now the only thing that was bothering me, like I liked how everything is made and you know everything looks good. But as I was touching like the plastic on the hat on that alternate head that I just was showing, and the little sack that he comes with, it felt like a little kind of like sticky. And it felt and it was kind of frail.
The little sack he comes with felt sticky. That's
yeah.
normal, isn't it?
Hi, Stig.
Hey, Stig.
And frail, yeah. So it's like an old sack.
Yeah, that means it's usually like.
But yeah, so this
if it's already. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what to think about it because I never had a figure feel that way.
Yeah, that's weird. That usually means that it's cheap plastic.
It's either plastic or maybe they were having a problem with the paints that they were using.
I've never really seen too many issues with paints at these companies. It's usually the plastic. If the plastic's like a cheaper quality, that means it's already starting to degrade.
Okay.
That's weird. I don't know. But again, like I had the same issue with the Jada. Not the Chun-Li one so much. Her effect wasn't as bad, but the one who looks like Bruce Lee, that character, he had that flame effect that covered his entire leg. That one felt like it. Like it was way too soft and sticky. Like that's not good.
Yeah, these pieces feel weird. They didn't feel right.
Time Prophet says when the plastic goes sticky, it's coating on the plastic and clean with bicarbonate of soda and water.
Baking soda and water. All right, I'll give that a try.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, right, Frankie? I think they are.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of that.
I like that. The little razor blade that was in the candy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's neat that he's got, like you said, it's like a little kid in his onesies, footy pajamas. Look,
yeah.
You know, I think I dig that too.
It was good.
And, yeah,
I like
how.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I really like that they did the translucent lollipop as well.
Yeah,
that looked good.
I've never seen that movie.
There's no light on this jack-o'-lantern, but this one it does. That whole flame thing that lights up, and I turn it over and show you guys that there's like that little protective plastic piece.
Yep.
And yeah, I take it out a little bit later in the video and show them kind of in the not like full dark, but a darker picture, and it looks cool.
Nice. That is awesome. Because I remember when the Halloween figures. Oh, sorry, Stig. Go ahead.
Is the movie good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is surprisingly good for a movie that came out in 2007. Yeah, so this is the sex. See that top part? It really felt like it could easily rip off, and it was like I just felt like this coating was left on my hands after touching it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
So okay, Steve. So this is this is him with the light up jack-o'-lantern. I had to turn the flash off on the camera, so that's why it's a little bit of a fuzzy video. But I wanted to show how the jack-o'-lantern looks, and also he's not made to see it on that other jack-o'-lantern like that. But I didn't have anything else to sit on.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I like how bright that lantern is too. The flame.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Excellent.
Well, that's one of the things that NECA's done right on a couple of those figures, like the one that comes with Jason, where he's got that flame effect for the campfire for the Part 2 Jason.
Yeah.
If you get a light behind it, that whole thing lights up. I did it in one of my videos, man. That thing lit right the hell up, man. It's the type of plastic they're using for the fire effects. It's perfect. They couldn't have done them any better.
Yeah, that Freddy that I had from the second movie, like that, he had that magnetic flame piece that went to his back, and like that looked really good too. It was just too heavy. If they used a lighter plastic, it would have been perfect.
All right, real quick, say hi to some of the other people that stopped up in the chat. I see Horny Alf is in the house. What's up, Horny Alf? I hope that you were doing well. Thanks for joining us. Curtis YZ, my man Curtis is in the house. What's up, Curtis? Man, I hope that you're doing well. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Guys, always remember to share out the link. Let everybody know that we're here because YouTube hates this guinea pig. Most hated guinea pig on YouTube for a reason. Some bitches, I will not kneel.
Frankie asks, does Tubi have this movie? Not the last I checked. As far as I know right now, it's only playing on Max, HBO Max. Yeah, that's the only place I know online that's streaming it right now.
Yeah, that's where I went and rewatched it again.
Yeah.
No, it's a good anthology movie. We had a total breakdown of it in case anybody wants to check it out. It's on Trina's channel. We just did it yesterday. It was a fun movie to recount. There's a lot of little small scenes in there that kind of link the entire mini stories together as a whole, which is really cool in an anthology because a lot of times you just get a bunch of separate stories that are completely separated from one another. This one, it all feels like it belongs together in the same movie, and I think it was fairly well done. Was it absolutely the greatest horror movie of all time? I would not say that, but it is definitely a fun horror movie, and more importantly, it's actually set in a Halloween theme, which we don't see a whole lot of as far as horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah, totally agree.
But, okay, who's next? Anybody else want to be the victim today? Slasher?
I'll wait. I'll hold it up a minute.
All right. I could show a couple of the shorts that
go for it. Yeah, because mine are going to be long and they're going to take up some time. So
okay, yeah. These are kind of quick, but pretty interesting. Hold on, where is YouTube? There we go. So yeah, this was kind of funny. I saw AEW figures and WWE figures.
Awesome.
Yeah, he looked great. Mr. Perfect was pretty damn perfect.
And that's absolutely perfect.
Oh, cool warrior with the trench coat.
Yeah. Well, it's like the long. It wasn't a trench coat. One of his robes, Malachi Black. And look how bad they screwed up Samoa Joe. Like they made his head look like 4 times larger than it actually is. And then in comparison with his body, terrible.
It looks like a fat kid wearing a Samoa Joe mask.
Yeah.
Why is the towel wider than him? He should be way wider than that.
Exactly.
Maybe he's wearing a beach towel. Don't be a bigot.
He's got a girdle underneath his towel.
Probably. And this, I don't remember.
Oh my God! Oh shit! Rhythm and Blues, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Was that when he was
teaming with the Honky Tonk Man?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's when they did that.
I can't believe they made a figure of that.
That was hilarious. When I saw the stores, I'm like, oh my God. This guy had the most savage matches with like Piper and stuff. And then they
Yeah.
have him like this really horrible Elvis impersonation kind of thing.
That horrible dye job.
I don't know, man. Looks a lot like Rosie O'Donnell in cosplay.
He does.
You know?
Yeah. Holy crap, that was hilarious.
I see it now, brutal.
You know,
Yeah,
like I don't know.
Rosie
it's just-
O'Donnell thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, well, Greg the Hammer Valentine always looked like a lesbian anyway.
Oh, this is true. This thing was a shame. I think we showed it last week, but yeah, this was a really nice looking Batman, but the colors seem way off. Way off. I hate how light it was, but here is the they had the new Toony Terrors version of Elvira.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, I was close to picking it up, but she's such a nut job extremist lefty person. Like, I don't want to support that.
That's exactly why I stepped away, because they had a
Yeah.
whole bunch of really nice NECA figures, the 6-inch or 7-inch ones, and they look fantastic. They had her in a bunch of different like outfits and everything. And the figures themselves, as far as capturing her likeness, look absolutely tremendous.
Yeah,
I just can't get past what a complete dick bag she's turned into.
Yeah, it's a shame because it was a
Yeah.
really cool looking figure too. Yeah, and Vampira,
Plan 9 from outer space.
Yeah, she kind of ripped off of anyway. This was the original one, like Morticia Adams and all that stuff took. But I do like it because they had that whole kind of like little love seat sofa thing.
Yeah.
That looked amazing. Like the whole set together looked really good.
It really does. Like I'm with you. I was so tempted.
Yeah, I don't know, but again, like I said, money's tight on top of it. So, I forgot to film it. They had a Leatherface that looked really good too. He was really hulking though. Like they made him a big boy. He wasn't just like a skinnier version kind of thing. He was chunky looking figure. It looked good. It's one of the the new set here of Toony Terrors.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I thought I filmed it, but I guess not. And I did show the
Samoa Joe must have a peanut allergy.
right.
Don't be a bigot, Tone.
It was hilarious, and yeah, I did put up the short. Yeah, Tommy got this one for me, $4.99. I could not believe it, man.
Wow.
That's the price. That's the price I want to see in these figures.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
crap.
awesome.
That was like the most expensive the old Joes would be on the racks.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were around like $3.99 and change or whatever, but yeah.
I'm telling you, if I would have had more money when I'd stopped in Ollie's, I would have bought a whole ton of these things, but I just don't have that kind of money anymore. Because I would have bought more of them, and it's just like, hey, you want one? Hey, you get a stalker. You get a stalker.
Sergeant Stalker. But yeah, good stuff though, man. Thank you again for this. That was an awesome surprise. So there you go.
$4.99. Damn.
Yeah, that was amazing stuff. Yeah, I think I should.
Nighttime Prophet.
But yeah, man. Yeah, have a good night.
Nighttime Prophet.
And hopefully my other video uploaded this time. I hope it did.
All right. Well, I want to show off some of the spooky stuff that I got going on.
Mhm.
So, our is already pre-warned, and we talked about it a week or two ago that I was going to be coming up with some of the Puppet Master figures. So I did both of the 2-packs that I had. One I actually liked more than the other, and it really was a shame because the first set is the ones I was really hoping were going to be good because it's got my favorite Puppet Master in it. So these guys are a little bit on the smaller side. I didn't measure these guys, but I think they might even be smaller than Sam. These things are super teeny tiny, but they look tremendous. So let's dig into it. This one is actually going to be a 2-parter. So I'm going to play both parts, and then we can discuss the first set. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Y'all ready for this?
Welcome back as we are hanging out with Stripe, the horror icon pig, and the pig with the best hair on YouTube. We are here, and of course, with Stripe with us, you know that it's going to be horror related. So, coming by way of NECA, we have the Puppet Master Ultimate Blade and Torch. Right out of the package, here we have Blade and Torch. These guys are tiny. Like, holy crud, are these some small ass figures. But they do have some articulation. They got a little bit of joint manipulation down here at the bottom of the feet. There is some rock there as well. Once again, these things are just so tiny. He does have a knee bend though. Does have a knee bend as well. Really cool. It's got an elbow bend right there. The hook can actually spin around. And his blade on the other side, that could spin a little bit as well. They both can pop out because I believe he's got at least one other weapon. The arms come up about that far. He does have a waist turn, no chest cut, or it does have a rock down there at the bottom of the waist though. Holy crap, that is pretty cool. Let's see how the head movement is excellent on this one. Nice amount of head movement, and there's some really nice detail in the face in there. It's really hard to see, but the eyes are like spikes, just like they are in the movie. Now we'll take a look at Torch. Torch is going to have the same movement. He's got a knee bend. He's got a flex up there in the waist. A little bit of kick out going on there. Does he have a shin turn? No, he doesn't have a shin turn, but he does have these pivot points right here in his feet, but they're super tight, really hard to move. Just got to be loosened up. He does have some rock there as well, so there is rock down there in these little guys in their feet. The same on both. This one actually has a bicep cut as well. That's pretty cool. Of course, he's got an elbow joint. Shoulders come up about that far. He does have hand turn, and he does still have a waist cut there as well, and he does have that same hula hoop action joint down there at the waist, just like Blade, but his goes a lot further. Really nice. The head on this one moves quite a bit. A little bit more movement in the head on Blade, but this is really good for such a tiny figure. And once again, the amazing detail is you got the bullets for the top teeth.
All right, I'm going to jump right into the second part, and then we can discuss it.
Here we go with some of their extras there. Blade does come with a secondary head that's all bloodied up with a secondary knife that is all bloodied up as well. Really nice. Once again, the detailing on this amazing. Yeah, he does have a bit of a limit with this trench coat right here. This trench coat does get in the way of spreading his legs out, maybe getting him to a nice wide stance. Really hard to be able to articulate that to make him stand. So put him over to the side. And then we have Torch with his big flamethrower attachment. One other thing I didn't notice is he actually has a second bend right down here. So he has the bend in the elbow. Then he has a bend up here at the top as well. And he also has pivot in the wrist, which I didn't notice the first time. That's really cool. They got a nice little pivot in there in the wrist. A lot of articulation in this one. And of course the flamethrower effect, really nice for this figure. Overall, I gotta say, even though these things are tiny, and Blade is really difficult to get in any kind of like good action poses and stand up, just because of the way his feet are so tiny. There he goes. Even with that, I gotta say, this is a really nice set, especially for such small figures. I think these ones represent the characters from Puppet Master very well. And if you are a horror fan, these things are going to look great in your collection. I do not have a complaint about these ones at all. I think these are spectacular for what they are. Once again, because they're so much smaller, you can't get as much articulation, and he doesn't stand as well as he should for Blade because of how small his feet is. But the detailing's there, the accessories are nice, even though they are limited. So because of Blade having some issues being able to stand, and a lack of extra accessories that we're used to with most of these NECA figure packs, the best I'm going to give this one is a very solid 8 out of 10. It is so close to being there. They just missed out on a few of the finer details.
Awesome. So those look like about the size of Toonie Terrors.
These things are tiny.
They're smaller than that. Yeah, they look pretty small.
Are they?
They're tiny. I mean, like really tiny. Like I don't even think they're if they're 3-inch figures, I'd probably be shocked. They're smaller than that Ghost Rider figure I showed off earlier.
Still never saw that movie.
Me neither.
You haven't seen Puppet Master?
Oh.
Oh, well, we're gonna be doing those on my channel at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, you'll have to join us. Oh, they're
How many did they make?
a lot.
Like 10 or so.
Yeah.
With all the side ones.
They're from the 80s, right?
Yep.
80s up until a few years ago or something.
Yep. Yeah, they went for a while, and they stayed good for a long time too.
There was a lot of interesting stuff there, yeah. But Blade is my favorite character from that series.
Yeah,
so
me
I was
too.
a little bit disappointed about how small those feet are. And you know, I know what's going on in Dystopian Future 11. Good to see you, man. Yeah, guinea pigs. Yeah, Stripe was up there. So usually I have a pig involved in every review. The feet are so tiny, there's no way they could put a peg hole in there. So, I mean, that's the one thing that kind of hurt this a little bit, is that he had a really hard time standing on those tiny little feet. If it wasn't for that, I could have seen giving this set at least a 9, even with the limited amount of extras that they had. I think they should have included a second torch effect for Torch. It shouldn't have been just the one. They could have threw a second one in there. There's plenty of room in the packaging that they could have done it. And Blade pretty much only had that one extra head and the one extra knife that was all bloodied up. But, you know, once again, you know, like a lot of people said that, you know, like Curtis was saying, knee bend for a figure that size. Yeah, like all the articulation. Torch having a double jointed elbow and wrist turn and bend and all that stuff. I was actually super surprised that it had all that in there and all the detail that they had. Yeah. And I seen, Tree Rock said it kind of reminds him of Bender. Yeah, I'm saying maybe at one point.
He does look like Bender.
Maybe at one point they'll make it Bender. But yeah, like all that finer detail, like when you get him really close, especially with the little blades that are in his eyes, like just amazing that they added all that stuff. I was really blown away by all that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll probably hot glue him to a little disc. Like when I was collecting Funko Pops, some of them wouldn't stand, so I would hot glue their feet down to these translucent plastic discs.
Well, if you don't want to hot glue them, there is another way that you can get around that. So
that
you can either get
tack stuff.
Either ticky tack, or you can use a very small amount of modeling clay.
Yep, that's true. I did use modeling clay before. I just went with the hot glue because it's Did I say super glue?
No, you said hot glue.
Okay, yeah, I went with hot glue just because it was a more permanent solution.
Oh, no, Tree Rock's never seen them either. Oh, yeah. Well, anybody that wants to watch them, they are available on Tubi. They're a lot of fun. I mean, they're a bit cheesy, a little B-rated, but they're fun. They're fun
great.
Nice.
Trina, I was going to say, for your Funko Pops, I have a solution. You could get a thing of lighter fluid, right? And then you take a match and then you burn those fuckers.
Nice.
Well, you know, my saving grace is that I didn't just arbitrarily collect Funko Pops. Although I do regret the ones I did get, but the ones I got were specific. Like I got Game of Thrones because I loved that series up until a certain point. And then I got Superman. You know, I just got the figures that I really love. So I didn't just some people have rooms filled with just a new Funko Pop comes out.
I know.
Our buddy has one. Hansor has. Yeah.
But I know a person I know around here in my neighborhood. He's got a whole fucking he's got 5 shelves, glass case. Fucking display.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't even have that. I have one. I have 2 shelves because of the way I set them up. And I wish I could sell them, but they're not worth anything.
Yeah.
That's
They're
the problem with a
landfill
lot
ready.
of those things. Tree Rock. There's two movies that sound exactly the same. So you have Trick or Treat, which Slasher reviewed on his channel, and you got Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
And that's the one that Trina was talking about, Trick or Treat, which is available on Max.
Yes, Trick or Treat. The villain is Gay Danzig, and Trick or Treat. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Here goes Frankie coming in with the hobo way to stand your figures. Bubblegum.
Yep. Well, yeah, that is how. Yeah, that's how bubblegum got like invented. It was to stick things.
Interesting.
But I didn't know that what is it, 2007? I didn't know that was an anthology. I thought it was about that little creature going around killing people.
Well, no, he's kind of partially involved in almost every story, but it's a whole bunch of mini stories.
Yeah. And they're all connected. Like they're all connected. It's in the same town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like the Twilight Zone movie. Tales from
these are all interconnected, but the only thing that's kind of weird is you're getting the sequences out of order.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction style.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, someone else brought that up as well.
I did last time.
Oh, it was you? Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that right away because the beginning scene is actually the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when everything already ended. But we're going to jump right into the next two. And this is where it got kind of funny for me, because even though I really like Blade, the second set seemed to be a lot better, especially being able to stand on their own on the feet. And both of these guys have smaller feet, so I was really kind of missed. And the only thing I could think of is the way Blade's trench coat is designed. It limits the movement in the legs, and maybe that's why he's not standing properly, because the trench coat wants to keep pushing his legs in. So even when you get everything set up right, maybe that trench coat pushes legs in a little bit and he falls over. But either way, the next set is Tunneler and Pinhead. Here we go.
Welcome back as we're hanging out with Stripe, the horror icon pig. What's going on, Stripe? Get ready for Pigween, right, Stripe? Oh, yeah, eventually you guys are all going to get in your costumes, but that's not what we're here for right now. We're here for something that's horror related, right, Stripe? And from NECA, we got the Puppet Master. Evil comes in all sizes, the ultimate tunneler and Fetterman. I mean, Pinhead. Pinhead. Right out of the package, here we go with Tunneler and Running for Senate. Pinhead. These ones don't look half bad. The Tunneler has very small feet, just like the Blade figure did. So he has a little bit of trouble standing sometimes, and Pinhead as well, because, well, Pinhead is such a huge blocky figure, and he's got these tiny little feet to try to balance himself on. And here we go with Pinhead with a different hand holding a big giant pipe wrench. You can see all the articulation that's in there with the knee joints and the hips and all the joints that are up in the elbows and the shoulders. And there we got Tunneler showing off some of his articulation as well. Really good head movement, and of course he has his gun in his hand. Here we go with Pinhead with his last hand, and he's got his big giant fire poker in his hand. Had him spread out really far on this table, so there really was no room for Tunneler on this one. Once again, showing off some of the articulation. He's got that waist right there that goes up and down, turns side to side. Got an amazing amount of head movement on this one. The little head turns on top of the neck. The neck itself turns and moves in there as well. Amazing amount of movement on this one. Of course, you got movement in the legs. He's got a nice bend right here at the knee. He does have a little bit of turn and a small amount of rock. Does have a turn right there at the hand. He's got a double jointed elbow right here, kind of right there. It's like it's a joint up here and a joint over here. That has turn. There's turn there as well. And then, of course, the shoulders go up about that far. And, of course, they go all the way up and around.
we go with the tunneler. He has a different hand in there and a different head that's all bloodied up at the top of that drill head. And look at that, gets down into a kneeling pose. And he has a really cool pickaxe that comes with it. All right, I got one more for those guys, and then I am all wrapped up on the Puppet Master. So here we go with the last section of it. Welcome back as we're hanging out with Stripe, the horror icon pig. What's going on, Stripe? Get ready. Oh, something happened. So it uploaded clip 1 twice, even though it says clip 2. So I don't have the second clip. Anyway, so some of the other things he came with these things that look like fishing hooks. They're supposed to be meat hooks on a string. And I couldn't tell if they were plastic or metal. It was like very weird. Like they could have been either one. And he also came with a big giant flask that was supposed to be in pinhand hand, but it was on the tunneler side. So I thought it was one of his extra accessories. This set was actually a lot better than the other one, and I think I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I just wish that the feet just could have been just ever so slightly bigger, especially with Pinhead, because he's such a huge blocky figure, and to have small feet like that, it was a little bit tricky to get him to stand. But like I showed there, both of them could stand absolutely perfect. And once again, all the detail that they had in these things and all the movement that they had in the arms and double jointed elbows and everything they had on such tiny figures, amazing. The one other thing about Tunneler, he did come with a secondary hand because of how small those figures are. I thought for sure trying to get that post out was going to be a problem, that it might even break the way it felt when I was starting to pull it out, but it popped right out. The secondary popped right in and came right back out, no problem whatsoever. Absolutely was impressed with this set. It was just, once again, those tiny feet. Those tiny feet were really hard to get it in position, but these ones seem to have a little bit more room to rock at the bottom of the feet, and I think that's what actually saved them and made them stand.
That's good. Because yeah, they do look great.
Yeah, they look awesome.
Yeah, having seen the movie.
Yeah, even though I didn't see the movie,
could still appreciate them.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome figures.
Now, I know they got another set coming out with Six Gun and Jester. So I'm really looking forward to that after getting this set. Because I know the Blade one came out first, and then they came out with Tunneler and Pinhead. And the next one is going to be Six Gun and Jester. And that set, we took a preview of that a number of months back. And I was pretty impressed with the way that looks, so I'm looking forward to seeing that one on the shelf next. And I actually hope that they continue making these. I need Leech, damn it. I need that disgusting Leech.
Yeah. I know, I'm surprised NECA hasn't made her.
Yeah, it is kind of shocking. I guess they wanted to hit through all the more favorite ones first, because these are the guys that were in every single one of the movies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I can't even think of one that you didn't see Blade in. I think he was in every last one of them.
Yep, he was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Was Six Gun in all of them? I can't remember.
I know it was one of the later ones. I forget how late it was.
Six Shooter, I should say. Yeah, he's also one of my favorites as well. All these guys are cool, though. And they have an awesome origin story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing these at some point. There's so much I want to cover.
There's an awful lot to unpack with that series.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how we're going to do it, but...
You'd almost have to dedicate a month.
Yeah.
Or 24 hours. Or we could speed read. Maybe we can get that guy that did Blur in the 86 movie to read off all our notes for us.
The Micro Machines guy?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I swear that guy must have fucking done like 15 lines of coke before every one of his readings.
Yeah, it was the 80s.
So basically somebody who worked in the White House.
Yeah, just dust it out of your mustache before you put the camera on you.
Ain't that the truth? Holy crap.
I'm not saying that guy's related to the Bidens, but it don't look good.
Hey, guess what? Something actually finished uploading.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we'll dive into this one. Yeah, the Bride of Frankenstein, the black and white edition. Super awesome looking piece.
Sub scrambles.
What up, Scrambles?
What up? Yeah. So they had the other movie poster again. Really cool. Love how they do this with all these boxes. The people who worked on it. Some people I worked with. But yeah, again, nicely done. I like how they did all the packaging on this one. You had the screaming head, the cool promo shots on the back. Good stuff. I think the standard head is probably the best one. That's my favorite one out of all of them. The mouth is slightly off on the yelling one, at least in certain angles, but it's still really nice. Like there's nothing that's like a huge miss. These guys are always like on the money with you. But yeah, really beautiful. But there she's in the rotating base. They captured everything on this one. And again, this is one I almost passed on. I didn't want to miss out on these figures. I've only seen the colored one, and we've had this conversation, but I thought the hair looked way too bright. At least the version I've seen in the stores. Trina found a couple of them that looked way better. But yeah, I guess the first releases of them, like her hair was super light, like a reddish, orangey kind of look. But then they went more red brown. But yeah, these figures they flew out of the stores. The black and white one again. When I saw her, I'm like, yeah, I think this is my preferred look. It's more iconic anyway.
You know what? And I got that same vibe from the creature from the Black Lagoon. I really felt that the black and white one did it more justice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was very tempted to get that black and white one, but I had already picked up the color one, so I'm like, one's enough. But yeah, no, these are still very beautiful. The details are all there. Again, that head sculpt is perfect. That is spot on. They even have like the scar that's by her neck, like in the movie on that one side like that. Really, really nice. And yeah, and she had one down her jawline as well. And so they captured all that. That's on both heads. The material they use for the gown it's really good too. It's nice quality. It's not cheap. And of course she is fully sculpted, which is great. And this whole thing could be removed, so you could have like the first look when her head is all bandaged up as well, and they give you that alternate head. So that was really cool. Kind of what was I going to say? The look before she's brought to life essentially. And then yeah, obviously when she wakes up, she does that big yell, that famous scream. So, but excellent stuff here. And I like how they did the joint for the neck. It's pretty seamless. When you swap them on and off, just make sure it's pushed all the way down so that it is flush with her shoulders.
Now, is that something different that they're doing with that whole peg joint for the head?
For her, yeah. Which is pretty interesting. I mean, it works, but it keeps it seamless because it is very, very clean. In fact, I thought it was going to be a little bit of a problem when I went to yank it off, but nope, it came out just fine. So, yeah, no, they did a good job. I was very surprised by it. So, yeah, and I'll show all those other ones. But, yeah, obviously the spread out fingers and then the closed ones was the only options you get for hands. She comes with a couple of, like, those loose wraps. So you could, and they're soft, they're pliable, so you could put them on her arms or whatnot. Not too shabby. So good stuff there. Articulation-wise, fantastic ball joint in that neck. So yeah, you get a good range there. Arms, they are kind of like that ball joint style, but she does have sort of like those little bit of a kind of shoulder pad to keep that boxy look. Single hinge for the elbow, so in the wrist, your standard kind of swivel and pin thing. But again, it works. You don't need overly complicated joints on something like this because they are more statuesque. They gave you some of that upper kind of diaphragm cut, so you could lean her side to side, so that's pretty good. Splits, you don't have to go too crazy with them because she wasn't doing martial arts or nothing. She was just walking around, so that's fine. It's smart. Don't waste too much money on that type of stuff. Put it more into, like, again, paint application, the sculpt work itself. You want those things looking good, and the cool little accessories. There's no drilling that they did for there's like no foot peg. So that's the only other thing. Be mindful of that. But because she has such a big gown, you could put a regular kind of like doll stand that goes around the waist, and that's no issue. So if you are having problems with standing the figure, it's fairly simple to fix that. But she's pretty good. Yeah, I didn't have any major issues with standing on the rotating base. She only fell like once. But good stuff. I like how they did, again, that kind of stitched up gown thing in the back. Like it looks really nice. Everything is very accurate to the movie. And yeah, so I didn't have obviously her table, so I just put her on my microwave dish. I mean my rotating base.
Don't be a bigot, Vinny. Go ahead and get the Frankenstein table. Don't be a bigot.
Yeah, right. I ain't spent no $40 for a table. But yeah, no, it looks great. They did a very nice job. You know, so and obviously there's a better look. She's all standing up. And yeah, so you could also make her the bride of the mummy if you want. You got options. Do what you want. I don't have access to Frankenstein at the moment, so the only other one I had out was the sea creature. So I just kind of wanted to show scaling and all that. And, yeah, I think they're height-wise is pretty perfect. I think he's the largest one out of the Universal monsters. He's even a little bit bigger than Frankenstein. So that's cool.
Frankenstein's a pretty huge figure because he towers over the Wolfman and the Mummy.
Yeah, yeah, but this guy, he's like a quarter of an inch bigger, I think, if you put them all, you know, straight up and down. But yeah, no, beautiful, beautiful set here. Excellent stuff, and again, even like he's colored, she's black and white, it still works. It still looks really nice. So again, no problems there, no issues. Awesome stuff. I have a full review of this guy as well. So if you guys want to check it out, you most certainly could. Since I didn't have Frankenstein, I did put them together right here. So she fell right into his arms.
And he's grabbing her right by her, Brie Larson.
That's right.
She just died in his arms tonight.
So it's cool stuff, though, man. I think they did an awesome job with this.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, the Universal monsters are just incredible. So I mean, I might get a couple more. I'm not looking to get just every single one, but if there are like other cool key monsters that I wanted, but I pretty much have all of them now that I want. Although we will show it. I got to look it up. They made a Vincent Price NECA, and he looks amazing. Nice. They gave him alternate heads where you could look young. I think there's one with the mustache, and then the older one they made him look like how he looked in Edward Scissorhands. So you could get whatever version of Vincent Price you want out of the one figure. So that's pretty damn amazing. So yeah,
is this new? A new figure?
They showed it at New York Comic Con, so I'm going to try to find some more photos.
Oh, nice.
But,
that's awesome. That'd be something I'd definitely like to get.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Vincent Price was the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that black and white bride, man. Now you're making me think I should get the black and white version.
But you have the color one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a bigot. Don't be a bigot. Get the black and white one too.
If I get her in black and white, I'll get a black and white version of Frankenstein too. They got a match.
Yeah, they do look good. Yeah, Frankie has the black and white Frankenstein. So yeah, definitely awesome. Oh yeah, I found the Vincent Price, and they did a Toonie Terrors version of him as well. These look incredible. So yeah, there's the Vincent Price. He's got the 3 different heads.
Wow.
Let me see if one of them will blow up. I know they're on other people's sites and they're kind of small. Oh, yeah, they did Christopher Lee as well, so they're getting into the Hammer monster.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
nice.
Damn it, they don't have big shots of this one. They're all low res. But yeah, he looks incredible too. Is this they're all low resolution. It sucks. But yeah, I am. Yeah, I was pretty surprised that they're doing these. Yeah, that looks great too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know, Chaos. I was making a joke about how tightly bound her backside was.
Very cool.
Yeah, nice stuff.
Have you guys seen Tarman tuning errors yet?
Not in stores. I have not seen him in stores yet. Oh, yeah.
I want him so bad.
Yeah, these guys are really cool. Let me see if there's out.
Slasher, were you ready?
Yeah. So you want to see an unboxing?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got a bit of a story behind this. So a couple of years ago, I don't know why, I was gifted these Guardians of the Galaxy figures, a Hasbro set, because I'm not really into the new Hasbro stuff, you know. But a Guardians of the Galaxy set that had some characters that really kind of weren't in Guardians. Like, okay, so I took him out of the box. Death's Head 2, right? I took him out of the box because he looks awesome. He looks way better than that stupid freaking Star-Lord figure that I have. I don't want a Chris Pratt figure. I'm sorry. I don't mind the guy and all, but all right, good. This figure, all right, he looks awesome, right? Now it's like, look at his fucking feet. Look at the way his feet move, side to side. There's no up and down for his ankles. His knees stay like this. His knees don't bend any further than this.
They're double jointed and they don't bend?
Standing this guy is a real, like, it feels like I'm going to snap this thing if I try. See, this is why I haven't moved his arm out of this position.
Right.
I feel if I'm going to move this elbow, it's going to fucking snap. This one, same. His joints are messed up.
He's a newer figure, this one?
Let me see the year on this one that I have in the box.
That's crazy that they're screwing these up so bad.
2016.
Oh, okay.
2016. But the top half is awesome. Mm-hmm. He looks cool. I mean, you could lean him up against the wall, but he doesn't stand very good. But I still like the way this character looks. I like this character anyway back when I was,
Yeah. I wasn't too familiar with him.
Yeah. But
well, he looks awesome. Yeah, why make his feet rock if nothing else moves?
Back and forth, that's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But so all right. The one I have, well, I still have a bunch of them in the box. But this was one of the characters that kind of was along the lines of him. Wasn't in the movies. I think they teased him in the end of one of them. Adam Warlock.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't like this costume they had for him.
That's weird. Why not go with the classic looks that he had?
But look at the Build-A-Figure they have. This stupid character.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Build-A-Figure. The little Asian bug girl.
Yeah. Mantis.
That's stupid.
Instead of putting a big figure, a big character.
Right? But yeah.
They should have put the Magnus in as a Build-A-Figure.
Well, they also got this guy, too, who wasn't in the movie. This gold guy.
Yeah, he's from one of those. I have a comic book with him in it. He's, I guess, a newer character, but it's kind of weird.
He looks cool. I have him in the hallway closet.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take this thing out of the box and.
Yeah.
The last one the Death's Head figure I took, I just took a box cutter to the top of it. So this one I just wanted to be a little bit more, But there he is, and he's got these things. I guess you're supposed to put on his hands.
Yeah, they reuse those things. I think.
He got this crazy blue.
Yeah, like 10 or 12 different figures have those same exact effects, just different colors.
But I bet you this figure is just as unstandable as that Death's Head figure. Well, if I could even get him out of the box.
Yeah, Tree Rock Creations. Yeah, it's either bad engineering or bad plastic, and it's usually on bigger figures like that. Because it's they didn't plan it out properly. So
Oh, I
do
might
that.
break this guy getting him out of the freaking plastic.
That's how I feel every time I open a naked figure.
Yeah. Well, that I used to get that way with McFarlane figures.
Yeah. Well, McFarlane, I mean, 9 times out of 10 they would break out of the box. The old school.
He looks
one.
kind of crackheadish. I don't know. I don't.
Is it just me, or does he look like an old Bon Jovi?
I don't know. He looks like he. And this thing. How the hell do I get this thing off his hand without breaking it? Look, it's stuck around. It came in the box with this around his hand.
Can you remove his hand and take it off?
And on the no, he doesn't have removable hands.
I thought most of those things could.
This one has a removable head where you could put that blue one on it, but
they're kind of pliable. The type of plastic they use, you should be able to get it right off.
I know. I just like his fingers. Like, look at his hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
now,
kind
if
of.
this was around a closed fist, that would be easy to.
Yeah, just squish it a little, like grab by the thumb and the fingers, and just kind of close his hand slightly, and you can just yank it right off.
This has also been in the box for a while. I think that's why these friggin' joints are so stiff. Okay, there we go. I got it.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't like this costume.
Yeah,
I like
it's a weird design.
The red and yellow costume that I was used to. Is better than this.
But you know why they did this, right? Because all they really had to do was add like a skirt piece, and that body's reused, the hands reused. New head, new skirt piece. That's about it.
Well, let's see how his feet can move. Oh wow, it has a joint there, but
you know you got to. Yeah, sadly, you got to use some force with those Marvel Legends.
Yeah, and I'm gonna snap it if I try.
It feels like it, but they make them more durable.
So brittle.
Yeah, but they do make them a little more durable because kids play with them. With the Marvel
like
Legends.
if I try to put the alternate head on there, I don't think I will.
I have faith in you. You could do it.
Frankie thinks the toy has arthritis.
Okay. Let's see. There's another stupid head.
You have half the battle won. The other half is violence.
Right. Well, this friggin' thing is staying right here in the plastic.
Yeah,
I have no need for this.
Yeah, that head and that body would look silly.
You know what? Remember, when all else fails, choose violence.
No, the stupid alternate head's gonna give me a problem. Yeah, I ain't bothering trying. But that's what he's supposed to look like with the alternate head.
Yeah, those things they're pretty good to put on. It's just you need a little bit of force and it pops.
Yeah, you really got to jam them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe me. Yeah.
Forcible penetration.
Dude, I did it with the Puppet Master figures, and if anything should have shattered into 1,000 pieces, my freaking monster paws should have been them.
I don't even want to put this head on him. I don't like it. Overall, this figure, it's kind of weak. Weak.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
that's Hasbro Marvel for you.
Yeah, that body was reused like dozens and dozens of times.
Probably for like the Eternals figures and shit.
Yeah, a bunch of different
shit like that.
Yeah. It's crap. I hate when they do that because it's just they already have the mold, and it's just, we'll just do a slight differences in paint job. Like wow, way to go, Hasbro.
The Toy Biz ones, the Marvel Legends Toy Biz ones were a million times better than these.
Yeah. Oh, I did find the Christopher Lee a better shot of him.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty damn wicked. He's got a standard face and the one that's all bloodied like that, which is excellent. And then I did find, I found the larger Vincent Price shot. Here we go. See, here's a better look at the Vincent Price. These two heads are fantastic.
Yeah, I love that. I love that gray hair version.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's really good. They gave him a raven, black cat, skull. So that's really cool.
I need
That's,
that.
and that's a prototype. Like, what else might they throw in with them?
Exactly. Could be more stuff for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be in my collection.
Yep. That's
He's
amazing.
His House of Wax character.
Yeah, that movie was great.
Yeah, I just recently watched it for the first time. It was awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. It's been a while since I've seen
his deformed look when he's out prowling the streets looking for the victims, right?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I liked it to going into the kind of horror genre a little bit more like the classic ones. So that's definitely good stuff right there. So there you go. I wonder if they'll do
Vinnie,
Tingler.
you were talking about reuses. So I want to talk about some of the things that Hasbro are getting ready to come out with.
Okay.
Once again, I don't mind when you do certain types of repaints. I hate when they just kind of get lazy with it. So they got one here. The one figure I think is kind of cool because you're kind of getting another version of that you only seen in the Sunbow cartoon with the Transformers. But the other figure, I could have did without. So we got the Transformers Ghost Starscream with Haunted Waspinator 2-pack that's going up for pre-order in June 30th.
Okay.
Of 2024. So yeah, the Starscream, cool. Haunted Waspinator, I don't understand why. I was never a huge Beast Wars fan, so I don't even know if there was an episode where Waspinator was.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, what happened was Starscream Spark went into Waspinator, and there was a version of Starscream that was on there. And I think I believe Waspinator also got destroyed or something, but Starscream had taken over his body, so like there was like a ghost version of him as well. But
so they reused the same type of storyline that they did in Sunbow when he took over Scourge.
Yeah, something like that.
What makes him Ghost Starscream? Is it the clear?
Because he was killed in the 86 movie.
No, but I mean,
well, here I'm going to show. A few more
now
pictures.
I see it. Yeah, I was just seeing like what made him. Like what makes him look like a ghost. Now I see it.
Yeah, like he looks good in like his full size figure.
Cool.
Like
that looks
awesome. Pretty sharp. But once again, this is just a reuse of the Earthrise. The same thing they did with Coronation Starscream.
Yep.
And they did it here again. The Waspinator figure looks like he's just a retool from the Hasbro Legacy line. But I
because they're different styles completely. But I do like that Starscream.
Yeah, he looks sharp.
I like that. The translucent plastic that's always just a killer look.
It looks great. So then the next reuse we have here is a triple pack. And it's the Decepticon Nemesis Bridge set. Shockwave, Megatron, and Soundwave. And once again, they just threw in the Coronation Starscream chair. And they just put a big Decepticon symbol on it. And they just changed a little bit of the paint applications in the figures. But once again, these are just reuses of the figures from the Siege lines.
All right. Oh, even Megatron? That's the tank.
Yeah. One? Yeah, that's the tank one. So Soundwave comes with Laserbeak. Just a complete retooling. It's the exact same one, really. It doesn't even look. They didn't change any of the paint applications. It's the same gray color. Soundwave, they made a few paint application changes. So if you see his forearms and you see his a few other spots, he has more of a silver tone to him. Where the other one, he had a gray tone to him. And they also added a little bit more red around like his concussion cannon on his freaking shoulder. So, I mean, there was at least some paint application changes in that.
He's a beautiful figure, man.
It's such a great figure. Yeah, I don't mind them reusing and changing that one a bit. I mean, that one looks pretty cool. Shockwave, it doesn't really look like they did much of anything with him. He looks like he's almost the exact same one. The only thing I think might be different is the tube hanging off his arm, because I don't recall that being on the Earthrise one. I think it was Earthrise when he came out.
Okay. Yeah, I missed out on this one. I know they released like 2 versions of them, but I missed out on both of them.
I mean, he's a decent enough figure, but
the price point was too high for him.
I wish instead of the gray plastic on the feet and the thighs that they would have used silver paint.
Oh,
at least the silver paint. It doesn't even have to be chrome, just silver. And the same thing with the gun barrel on the front. Well, this is supposed to be more like a spaceship mode. But like this gun barrel thing, if they would have at least silvered that up, I think it would have looked a lot better than that.
Yeah. Wait, was he a triple changer?
He did have a secondary form where you could turn him into the gun, but
Okay.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like on the packaging. I don't think it was the same thing with the early release of Soundwave from Siege, where he turned into like a tank-looking vehicle. But you could also wind up mimicking the early Sunbow, where he looked like a lamppost.
Yep.
There was a certain way to transform them and make them look like that. So.
Yep.
And then we have Megatron. Once again, Megatron, a few paint change applications where they silvered them up a bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's the same damn figure from Earthrise. Again.
Yeah. The silver does look nicer on him for sure.
It does.
Yeah,
I just wish they would have added more of it, like in the chest and everything.
I agree. That sucks that they refuse to make him a gun anymore.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god.
And that's why they did the same thing with Shockwave. Like they didn't want to show the gun version.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Well, they started doing that in '85 when they started coming up with the restrictions on freaking toy guns. That's why most of them you seen with the orange caps early on. Like the second release of Megatron had a freaking stupid orange cap on the barrel of the gun.
Let's censor a gun. Okay, we'll make him a tank. Which is just a fucking gun on treads.
Right?
Nowadays, you can actually get an actual gun that looks more like Megatron. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ever see the one that looks like the Nintendo blaster?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's like you can get a gun that looks like a toy, but you can't have a toy that looks like a gun.
That's insane. By the way,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say NECA had a really fucking cool one that they showed at New York Comic Con. You want to see this one?
Yes.
This is actually they finally made Murphy from RoboCop.
Oh, awesome!
And they have the swap out part, so when he gets blown to shit,
they have him with a bullet in his head. I see that.
Yeah, he's all blooded up in the face there.
That's
his whole
awesome.
chest piece. I guess you could remove one of the limbs and replace it. Dude, and there's another piece of blood that looks like it pegs into somewhere on him as well. So they went with the most violent swap out parts.
I'm a big bet that piece plugs into the head.
Possibly.
Now they got to do Toxic Waste Guy.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if they're making Murphy like this, he looks really good. Shit. Nicely done. Yeah, it's going to be... I bet it's going to be a bitch to swap out those parts.
The gun needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gun is kind of tiny, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's a little girl gun.
He's got two guns. Okay, I see.
He does. Yeah, but the one in
They
the
need
right
to do
hand
Boddicker. Clarence Boddicker, the best villain of all time.
And they still never made a Clarence Boddicker figure anywhere. Huh?
Nope.
They need to do his whole gang. His whole gang of
they should.
Yes. Hyenas.
They should. But yeah, man, for them to finally make him, I was really happy to see that. But yeah, they got to do that villain. How do you miss the mark on that one?
They need to do Coke Party Bob Morton too.
Yeah,
where you could actually get the figure to snort the coke off that woman's tits.
Just make the whole scene.
That's it. One big play set.
All right, so I have two more. I have two more Hasbro things. Vinnie, I don't know if you'd caught this one or not.
What's that? Oh no, I think when we were talking off air, I saw that, but yeah, it was like just the one photo. It looks good though.
Yeah, it looks like there's an awful lot in there.
What?
Yeah.
It comes with a little rat,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
and can you
cool.
equip the rat?
He's got a harness.
I don't know.
That's amazing.
That's some cool stuff. It's looking like those Valaverse figures. Like they're doing like these swap out pieces, which is pretty cool.
I like that. And then this one was actually for Trina, because we had that talk about those custom figures. That this is something that Hasbro does.
Yeah.
They had to drop the price though. Because nobody was paying $60 to have themselves self-inserted on a character, apparently.
Right.
Oh my god, that's fantastic, dude.
Just for a
that-
little
We
head.
Is
we
that
have to get
Nerdrotic as a Power Ranger.
we have to get
Oh,
these.
shit.
We have to get these of us for our toy stream. We have to do it. They have to be like our avatars for this toy stream.
That'd be pretty funny.
How cool would that be to see a cybernetic guinea pig head on a freaking Ghostbuster figure?
Right? That'd be
Oh my
wicked.
god, it's funny. It's awesome, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish that the prices were just a little bit more reasonable. And now, once again, I understand that they're doing a custom piece for each individual person, but holy shit, they're just reusing bodies of things that were already created.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're really putting that much into it. Like, I don't even think that they're changing the color applications on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just making custom heads is all.
Pretty much. Yeah, which for them is not that big of a deal, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they did make more of the Ninja Turtle movie figures. Hold on. Here we go. So what was it?
Okay.
Is it Baxter or whatever? And they have the kid. Some more of the Foot Clan. Those are pretty neat.
Who's that guy in the white trench coat?
I think it's
What's that?
Baxter.
I think
Supposed
it
to be
was.
Baxter. I didn't see Ninja Turtles 2. Was Baxter in Ninja Turtles 2?
Well, I know the scientist
I can't
guy
remember.
was, and I can't remember if it was supposed to be Baxter or just somebody who worked at no, it was somebody who worked at the TCRI labs.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, though. They did the whole throne as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice. Again, like I didn't get any of the full series or nothing like that, but I just have the turtles basically. Oh, they did more monster versions of the turtles. Leo is the creature of the Black Lagoon.
I like that better. I didn't like him as the Hunchback.
Yeah, it was weird looking. I thought Donnie should have been the Hunchback.
Well, Donnie was Dracula in the original toy line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I keep forgetting about the original toy line. Interesting. But yeah, it looks like they also did the Frankenstein from Bride of Frankenstein here as well.
You know what else I heard they did? They did a turtle crossover with Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I saw those pictures the other
Oh,
day.
neat.
They had like I think it was a mix of He-Man and Mutagen Man.
Oh shit! It looks like we're getting more Jaws stuff
Yeah.
at that scale. Interesting. What the hell is this with the He-Man?
Oh no, Prince Adam.
That looks really
Oh
gay.
god.
Well,
Really gay.
Yeah. It is
Is
pink
that like
leggings.
pastel?
he was. I'm telling you, he was always gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
By the
laughing at you now.
rainbow power.
The most powerful Fruit Loop in the universe.
Oh, this is Mondo. This thing is 12 inches then.
Yeah.
12 inches of gay.
He's got a big sword.
Oh, they did the
Oh,
lightning
my
effect. The lightning effect was cool on that. I'll give him that. For sure.
What is that? A sex harness?
I guess so. Yes, that's the sex harm. And he's got furry masks. This is crazy.
He holds his sword up. I have to powder.
Was that is
Oh, shit.
Epstein Island masks?
They did chuckles. Good
Oh,
job. That's dope too. Oh look at his busted up face.
they gave him a lay.
Oh shit. That's
And a
funny
file
stuff.
card. Chuckles
But-
only came with a holster and a gun, I think. The old one.
This one he's got a whole
Yeah, I
spy
see.
set over here.
Yeah, he's got freaking cuffs. He's got a briefcase,
That's crazy.
sunglasses.
It really sounds like a fun night.
Trina likes her toys. I'm kidding.
Oh shit!
That's that other streaming service.
They're doing
Yeah.
they're doing more Eastman and Laird figures, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. More Chucky shit. You remember Chucky came out after the My Buddy doll? Never forget that. His one with his stumpy hand. He taped up that shit.
Nice.
I wonder if he's going to be the same size as Sam.
I don't know. I think that one's out because they said it's from the new. I think the new series.
Did I just see a Dark Side Phil Funko Pop figure?
Where?
Wait, go up. All right, there's the 2 Funko Pops.
See these
It
two.
looks like Dark Side Phil. Anyone know that guy?
I'm not familiar.
Oh, it's Bull Rat. Okay.
For it.
And the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, it's supposed to be Biggie.
Yeah.
Why is he so smally?
Yeah.
Shouldn't the body been like really fat?
He was on Jenny Craig.
That's a funny photo.
Well, that's what Biggie's body looks like now. 6 feet underground.
Oh snap! I can't believe they're still making Funko Pops.
I
Black
know.
Noir.
I thought they were landfill ready, right to go next to
Look
the
at his
Atari
codpiece.
games.
I remember watching the Boys series, and I don't remember this guy walking around with a dong like that.
That's awesome.
That looks like a GIMP figure.
That's
That's one
hilarious.
stretched cod piece.
That's funny shit. Oh my god.
Okay, now I have to look it up. Does he have a ridiculous cod piece in the series?
You need to get that one and Prince Adam. They go together.
Yeah.
Especially with the sex harness.
There's the glow in the dark one.
Yeah, that freaking Comic-Con exclusive. Ugh.
Those
Oh,
bad.
Son of a bitches. That's the one I wanted too.
He looks good.
You know what you could do,
shit, they have a
Tommy?
glow in the dark alien.
Yeah, glow in the dark alien with the egg pod.
That's
You
fucking
know what you
awesome.
could do, Tommy,
snap.
if you want a glow in the dark creature from the Black Lagoon, is
I know, get a black and white one and paint it.
Yeah. It'll probably come out like looking just as good.
That
I mean-
glow in the dark. That glow in the dark alien looks like how the aliens look in the Predator Vision in the
It's a Pee-wee.
AVP movies.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, Pee-wee.
Talking about gay. Oh shit! These looked amazing.
Pee-wee he may have been gay and all, but we accepted him at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's too bad that he went. Well, we're not gonna say we're on a toy stream.
It didn't hurt anybody except maybe somebody's popcorn bucket.
Yeah, just remember, not the baby.
He probably ruined a nice trench coat. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have this Homelander piece, and he's awesome. That was in that going.
Tommy, did they make remember the aliens, the Kenner ones they did in the early 90s? Did they ever do a glow in the dark alien?
I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Because, I mean, that was one of the things that they were doing in the 80s. They were doing a lot of stuff in glow in the dark again. Good matter of fact, I got the cap version of RoboCop in glow in the dark.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they did that version.
That's pretty cool.
And that's one of the ones you don't see quite as often. So
Yeah,
I'm glad I still have mine with his gun and everything. Like I got him complete.
Oh, that's
I just don't have the packaging.
Because all those aliens figures, they all had different gimmicks, you know.
Like the Queen. I remember the Queen had like the moving inside mouth, and when they did a re-release of it in 2018, 2019. They had released some of those old school Kenner ones, and they had the Alien Queen again with that scene like inside jaw snapping action that popped out.
Didn't they have the Queen with wings too? Didn't they have a winged one?
Yeah, they did later on. But then they also wound up having a lot of aliens you had never seen before, just like freaky ones that just made no sense.
They still look cool though. I still like those.
No, they weren't bad looking. I do have. Oh, go ahead, Trina.
No, it's off topic, so keep going.
Okay, I have one more thing. So, prepared for all you guys, I did shoot another toy video. Yeah, so we're doing the toy break, literally.
Okay.
Here we go. Welcome back as we're getting ready to test Bumblebee again. So we got the 1377 BB gun that pumps up quite a bit. Now we're going to see about Bumblebee's durability standing up to this thing. Here goes the first shot. So that first shot, Bumblebee took a direct hit and sustained some serious damage. Well, we're going to take another shot at him. Bumblebee, you best get down. The Decepticons are coming. And this time we are going to take a headshot at Bumblebee. And now, headless, like a predator, I am going to be collecting heads if I can find them. So now we got Bumblebees. One more shot. Going to go right for that torso again. So we're going to take one more shot at his torso, fully powered up. So this rescue bot, I believe they made it out of sturdier plastic. This took some serious hits from that 1377, and that thing is a pump action, means you pump it up, the more you pump it up, the more powerful it gets. And yeah, it cracked right through the center of the chest. It made a huge crack in there. It also put a giant hole in the side over here, took the head clear off. But other than that, I expected this thing to be shattered in pieces, and it actually did not. Really shocking. I still would like to get one of the buzzworthy Bumblebee ones and put those to the test, if I can find one at clearance. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this toy shoot video.
A toy break that was a legitimate toy break.
Yeah, you found his head this time. You found the head of the.
Yeah, I still haven't found Rook's head. I've been looking for it because I want to start stringing them up like a predator.
You'll find it when you go to cut the grass.
No, if I find it, then it's going to be in many pieces. Tree Rock, he said, after seeing The Warriors, good movie, it reminded me of a similar movie called Midnight Madness. Bad movie, which had Pee-wee in it. I don't remember Midnight Madness. I'll have to look that up.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, same.
But, yeah, that is all I had for today. Vinny, did you have anything else?
No, I'm tapped out tonight. We had some good ones we showcased, though, and some cool stuff that's coming out. So that's always awesome.
Slasher, anything else or no?
Yeah, no. I just wanted to show you guys that rather shitty Adam Warlock figure. But
yeah, that was pretty bad. I don't know why they didn't go with the classic design. I mean, they are starting to lean more to the classic designs now, Hasbro is. And I think that was more Hasbro than Marvel. Because Hasbro, like all those other figures, they kept going on clearance all the time. They weren't selling. So I think Hasbro bitched at them the same way they did with Star Wars. And they were like, we need to go more in the classic lines. And their sales picked up a little bit. But I think by that point, so many people were already disgusted with Disney that a lot of people there's probably a lot more people like us than you think out there just not buying it because of that company and how shit they are and their terrible, terrible views. And
well, I'm just glad I didn't buy those figures.
Yeah, absolutely, manliness. They teased it, and they made it look like they were going to do something good, and then they screwed it all up. Yep,
all right, so it was at the end of one of the Guardians of the Galaxies where they teased Adam Warlock.
Yeah, it was the second one.
Okay.
Because she even says, I call him Adam.
Him, right? They kept calling him him, which is what he was originally called.
But, yeah, they totally dicked it up. But, yeah, the last couple times I was looking at some of the figures, they were leading more towards classic looks or even some of the Netflix version, like they did a Kingpin that looks like it's ripped from the Netflix Daredevil series.
I remember I think you showed that a while back.
Yeah, like a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago maybe. And they look decent. They look decent. I just wish I just wish that more of these toy companies would pay attention to that and stop leaning into the realm of let's do ridiculous toys. Stick with the classic stuff that people want. There's nothing wrong with that. You can make improvements on it. You can add more articulation. You can add more effects. There's a lot of things that you could do in that realm instead of taking them in a direction that nobody wants. Because then, you know what? Then you sit there and wonder, well, these toy lines ain't selling. And it's not because it's the classics versions, because you're screwing up the classic versions. Do it right, and you will sell.
That Ghost Rider figure, the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider figure you had, I want to see a Danny Ketch version like that.
Well, I know a Toy Biz did one early on, and my brother did have one of those.
Yeah,
he had like a fire.
Those too.
Yeah, he had the glow-in-the-dark head, and he had the Johnny Blaze with the Hellfire shotgun, that glow-in-the-dark, the projectile. Those are cool for what they were, but I would like to see a more modern take on them.
I just always loved the bike that the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider.
The big black one?
Oh, yeah, with the shield on the front of it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And see, I'm the complete opposite. I've always hated sport bikes. I didn't even like putting them together when I worked for that one company that did that, because we put together Yamahas and Suzukis and stuff like that at the shop. And I hated putting those sport bikes together. Now, the ones that were more like, like the hogs and stuff like that, I enjoyed the shit out of them. And damn, were those things comfy. You just like lean into them like a couch. Those things were great.
I just like say because Danny Ketch Ghost Rider was one of my favorite characters when I got into comics. Because I didn't really even know of the original Ghost Rider too much from the 70s and 80s until the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider comics.
Yeah, and see, that's what I grew up on. And it was one of the reasons I had such a problem with the Nick Cage version of it, because they took both Ghost Riders and mixed them together. I just didn't like that at all. I mean, yeah, the MCU. Yeah, and Monotony said Bumblebee died. And Trina has no affiliation with the harming of Bumblebee on this show in any way, just to put that out there. But yeah, guys, we're going to go around the horn now. I want to thank everybody that's been hanging in the chat and having a good time with us. I hope that you enjoyed some of the stuff that we were showing off tonight. I hope some of that stuff maybe resonated with you. I mean, yeah, some of it's, some of it kind of pays a little bit of respect to older stuff, like this Puppet Master figures definitely paid respect to that franchise. Even that Ghost Rider figure, I think, paid a lot of respect to the original Ghost Rider. That Bumblebee figure, he was just cannon fodder. And yeah, you know what? I had a lot of fun with tonight's stream, and I hope that you all did too. Thank you for joining us. And I know somebody had mentioned earlier, Tree Rock's talking right now about dioramas. I've been working on my own dioramas. I've been working on, they just take some time. So I am working on dioramas for some of these things. I'm not going to do dioramas for every single figure, because then I'll have dioramas everywhere. And I'm already out of space as it is. So I'm going to be very limited in the amount that I create. But yeah, let's go around the horn. Guys, let everybody know what you got going on. And yeah, let them know where to find you.
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh no.
Heyo, yeah, you can find me over at Vinnie Art on YouTube and everywhere else. Yeah, tomorrow we should be doing a Friday Underground stream. I got a couple extra funny bumpers that I made that they're going to be a laugh Friday. I hope you guys enjoy them. And yeah, we'll hit some stuff. We'll try to talk about, again, keeping it on the horror-related stuff too a little bit. But of course, as always, we'll make it a little extra spicy towards the end over on Rumble. And yeah, please make sure to back my projects if you haven't yet, especially Through the Woods, Shadow of the Kraken, City of Venus. Yeah, I'll have more info on the art book very soon and when I'll be launching that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Tonight was a blast, and I hope everyone has a fantastic night.
Awesome. As always, Vinny, thanks for being there, and thanks for being a friend, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, likewise. You guys all rock.
All right, and then we're going to bring it on over.
What car is that coming up? Creep. Drive-by!
Well, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, you can check out my channel at Real Horror here on YouTube, and yeah, when I'm not hanging out with Tommy or Vinnie, that's pretty much. Well, sometimes I'll be on Slash's watch party streams, and yeah, so those are fun. But yeah, check out my channel. I got that new Sam figure that I reviewed, and next Wednesday we will be doing another movie. We haven't decided yet which one we're doing, but we will be doing something. But otherwise, hope you all have a great night.
Trina, thank you as always for coming and hanging out with us, and thanks for being a friend as well.
Oh, you as well. Thank you.
All right, and we're going to take it on over.
And all day long, my foot up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come through and chill. I always have fun with these talks, talking to you guys. I keep laughing when I pronounce the movie that I'm going to be doing this Saturday.
Studio.
Samsonite.
Cobra Commander's favorite movie. Yeah. Freaking Dirk Benedict is starring in it though, so you know it's gonna be good.
I sure hope he's playing poker at some point, like he was in the beginning of Battlestar Galactica.
But yeah, thanks for letting me chill, bro.
Oh man, thank you.
Talking toys, love talking toys. I've been showing toys so much. Goddamn, maybe I should start doing toy reviews.
Hey, ain't no better time than to get on it.
Old stuff. Yeah.
Come on, do it.
Do it. Come on, be one of us.
But yeah, man, it's always fun.
I appreciate it. And Slasher is one of the first guys on YouTube I actually got to meet, and it's a pleasure calling you my friend. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us. All right, buddy. Thanks again. And we're going to take it on over to a son of a bitch that really doesn't need any intro, but you know what? He's a bastard.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Hi. All the joke's on you. I got nothing until November.
Well,
so
damn
you
it.
Use me for nothing, sir.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Just backfired on you, you fuckface.
You backfired on him.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us, though, Steve. And I know we get to have a lot of private chats, off air and everything like that, and we get to chill and hang out, man. It's always
you get to learn about Norway and stuff.
And I get to share pictures of kroner coins that I found in my dad's collection.
Yep. So now you know he's been bought and paid for.
Exactly.
And it took only one coin.
Thanks for hanging out, Steve. And
thank you for having me on.
You're always welcome to be on here, man. I appreciate it, buddy. And then we're going to take it on over.
Hey, Prime, what do you think Megatron's gonna do to Starscream?
Nothing gentle, I would say.
Hey, speaking of diorama, I've just been stuffing my face full of Chinese food all night, so that's why I haven't had much to say. I'm going to go make my diorama here in a little bit.
Asian diorama.
But other than that, thanks for the invite and having me around, and it's nice to sit down and just talk about things that we enjoy instead of crying into the popcorn bucket.
Yeah,
that's the part I enjoy the most, is just hanging out. And
they do a lot of weird things inside popcorn buckets.
Brutal, I appreciate you coming and hanging out, and thanks for being a part of our circle, man. I do appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure to come and hail this panel and hail this channel and hail this chat.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
So thanks for that.
No, anytime. I look forward to having you on more, and I look forward to hopefully one day you and maybe Papa Cotton getting something going too. That should be a lot of fun.
Well, there's
we'll keep our calls crossed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my people call his people, and we'll see what's going on.
No manliness. What he's got there. Dirk was a ruckus, which was Rambo before First Blood about a year before. Nice. Yeah, I like Dirk. I remember him in A-Team and everything too. That freaking guy was great. Sweet. The guy's still talking about games and characters. Awesome. Thank you, everybody that's been hanging out with us. Thank you for taking part in this stream, and I really do appreciate it every time you guys have come hang out. Now, I know it's one of those things YouTube absolutely hates my guts, and they just cannot stop. And for you, Uncle Bollywood, you can kiss my fuzzy ass. But, guys, thank you, and we will catch you on the next one. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not think, because your silence and your compliance gives consent. We'll catch you next time.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.